Welcome back to the podcast. Roll the intro.
Yeah, they call me a savage. I'm putting in work. I hustle and grind. I put in the time. Get what I deserve. Savage.
Hey, bro.
Morning, bro. How are you?
Good, man. It's a bit chilly.
It's chilly. It's chilly in here, bro.
Footy season. So
It is footy season. June 1st. How's your weekend?
it was good. Just chilled. Went to a birthday, 1-year-old birthday, and you had your son's birthday.
Yeah, yesterday. It was good. Celebrate. Got a bit of family over. Had some friends fly in. My best mate flew over from Perth. It was good to see him. Joshy. Shout out to Joshy if you're watching.
Mad. Q&A. We asked for some questions on our Instagram, so we're just going to go through them.
Rattle
just
off and just roll through.
And so
all right.
whatever questions are going to...
Me
You go
first?
first. Yeah,
Okay.
bro.
All right. On top of the list. How do you stay motivated and committed when life buries you under stress and emotional strain?
Ooh.
You up first, bro?
Okay. Just like a plan. Like, put the plan in place. I think we talk about it a lot. So, set your goals, what you want, and then plan towards that.
Yep.
Do a bit of an audit on what you're actually doing with your hours, with your money, and then cut out what you don't actually need.
Yep.
And then add what you do need. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, heaps simple.
That's the basic response.
And that's why what the benefit was of, doing something like 75 hard or even phase 1 with you, right? We got to sort of eliminate every bit of excuse out of our repertoire. And I just feel like, going and being under stress or being under emotional strain, I understand it, but there's ways to deal with it. There's ways to eliminate it. And I feel like by doing things hard, by forcing yourself continuously over days, you sort of, push that to the side. It's always going to be there. But I think if you've got a plan, like you said, and you can execute that plan on a daily basis, then that sort of strain or stress that you may be feeling could just pass and roll over.
Yeah, I've sort of the same question from someone like diet, how to stay disciplined.
Yep.
Same thing, pretty much. You're asking.
Just get your plan together. Even if you have to, there's heaps of coaches out there, nutritional coaches. If you've got no fucking clue, and you're a bit too, I don't know, you feel like you need to still get things a little bit done for you, which is understandable. So a lot of people in the human race is very lazy these days. But give yourself a hand. Go and seek out a coach. Go and ask some questions to someone. And like you just said, just then make a plan.
Yeah, when you don't have accountability, then you got to pay up money for a coach to keep you accountable.
And exactly what you said yesterday in your post, bro, which was real cool. Like you can go to any coach, you can do
anything we do is free online. You can YouTube it.
Exactly.
Sort of, you go to the coach for how to implement things and
how to stay accountable for those conversations between you and your coach. Say, what am I doing wrong here? What am I doing right? These are your results.
Saving time, results based.
Time goes from this to this.
Yeah, and that's just another thing that you don't have to worry about. So
mad.
I'm going to boxing. That's my thing today. So I pay someone to coach me in boxing, and I don't have to think like it's good, bro. I just turn up, you tell me what to do. I'm there, I'll do an hour, and then I'm out of there.
Mad.
And improve.
You gonna have a fight too, or what?
Nah, no chance. Too much brain damage from food.
Exactly, bro.
It's not worth it.
All right, you're up. You got another question.
Okay, what do we got here? We have best financial habits. It's a bit of out there one. I'll go.
Yeah, you go, bro.
I think, is it a financial habit? But just trying to increase your value of what you can put out. So your income increases. So for a coach's perspective, upskilling pretty much. As a coach, I always invested in different courses and programs, did them myself, went to mentorships. So I could build up my value and then do what I could do with it. I think that's, instead of like, I don't know, I feel people want to try and find investments when they're not even earning enough and they're not even skilled enough. So you're trying to put $1,000 into an NFT stock scheme to get 100x return to get 100 grand back.
But there's something about skilling. There's something about learning something that you have. There's like an importance to you. There's a value to you, and people are willing to pay for that, right?
Yeah, you're increasing your value.
Yep.
So you're the actual product, especially being coaches as well. That's super important, upskilling and doing all those types of things. I think that's probably my best one is, so when I upskill myself, then obviously I'm going to increase my
value more. Ooh,
value
you're on
in
today, my bro.
So that's my financial habit is, yeah.
I think that changes focus too, because I think people can get like, I've caught myself a lot of times, bro. You'll say something to me and I'm like, I'm not even actually thinking about that. So I think of a question like that. The focus is not actual financial habits. It's what you can do to understand your own value a little bit more.
And you value your time a lot better. You say, okay, I've got this to do. Am I going to go out there, drive 1 hour that way, do something for an hour and drive an hour back? Like that's 3-4 hours.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. So when you're a PT, you do stuff like this. So you drive an hour, you train some for an hour and you come back, but you don't realize the traveling time, preparation time, it's 4 or 5 hours and you're only getting paid for that hour. So it's just sort of, understanding that. Yeah, your value of time as well.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
But you've got to produce value. You can't just, say I'm this valuable without actually producing results.
That's cool. It's a good one.
Your turn.
I'm up. Had ACL reconstruction, went from 89 kilograms to 110. Just lost all motivation. Any advice? Well, that goes back to the plan, bro. Like, what is your plan? Do you want to get back to playing sport? Do you want to just feel good? It's actually identifying what you want to do, whether it is playing sport, whether it is just, being able to move better with your children, being able to move better at work. Then it's just a matter of planning. If you can...
What's that? 89 to
110, so that's 20 kilos.
Fuck, that's super bad habits. You can't put on 20 kilos without really...
100%, bro. 100%. And like, you can't feel good feeling that heavy, bro. It's just... Oh, you can. Like, there's a little bit to that. But I just feel like your first thing that you should be focusing on is just getting that weight down. If you can focus on reassessing where you should be at, if you're, playing weight or if your actual day-to-day weight is 89 kilos, then it's just time to get back, that 20 kilos that you've already put on.
And it sort of comes back to not being able to deal with that injury. Yep. So he's obviously gone to food to fix it, to fix that initial feeling. Or
bro. Fuck yeah.
So that's he's like, okay, fuck it, I'm just going to Macca's drive-through, make myself feel a little bit better initially, but long term, obviously, it hasn't worked.
Yep.
So no takeaways.
100%.
No alcohol.
Yep.
Exercise every day until it's back down.
Yeah.
Like the practical and super easy steps to do as well.
Yeah. Like I think the word motivation gets lost in lots of things, bro, and I think people use it like willy nilly. It's like saying the word fucking anxiety or depression and all that sort of stuff. It gets thrown out willy nilly, and I'm not saying that it's not real, but think about the times that you were motivated and what did you have to do in order for you to feel that way, and then you just keep repeating that on a daily basis.
People just give too many excuses.
Yeah,
I
bro.
deal with excuses
all the time,
every day.
And like, I'm only on a fucking smaller scale to you, bro, with my clientele, but it does. You can feel it, you can hear it. It's getting to a time where it's winter too, right? And people are just gonna be, it's too cold. Fuck that, bro. Jump into the cold plunge, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
And I'll just tag on the end of that last phase of ACL rehab before returning to sport. Mm-hmm. What do you want to be able to do before, going back into your first match? This looks like soccer.
Soccer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like, if you're going back into your first match in a couple of weeks' time, then you want to be making sure you're hitting all those markers with, your agility, is your speed up to par, is your mobility, flexibility up to par? What are your assessments that your, physio or your coach are keeping you to? Is there a way that you can look at before you had your ACL reconstruction and then compare that to now?
Yep.
And if you're hitting all those markers, then you're ready to rock and roll. But if you're not, then you still need to go back to the game plan, the drawing board, and just figure out how do we get ourselves past that mark, just so we're going back to the game feeling really good. Then at the same time, just to add, bro, the process of coming back to playing, it should be long. You know, when I first came, the best time I came back from my own ACLs was I was only playing, 10 minutes a game and then 20 minutes a game. So it was small blocks of work, just like anything, just like doing 75 hard. Every day you want to make sure you're hitting certain markers. It's good for the mental. At the same time, it's good for the body to reassess and realign itself as well.
Yeah, and if you don't know what you're doing, seek out a coach.
That's it.
I think, find a local coach in your area that does ACL rehab. Pay him 3 times a week for 4 weeks before you got to play. At least you're going to have that confidence.
Yep.
And I think it's totally worth it because, you don't want to do it again.
You don't want to do it again.
Are you going to pay, 3 times a week, $300 for 4 weeks is $1,200, or do you want another ACL?
You don't want to be answering. You don't want to be asking that question again, bro. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to do it again. If you've done it once, the reoccurrence of it happening again is high.
Exactly.
Especially if you're not in a professional environment where they're getting physio every day.
That's a good point too. I didn't even think about that, bro.
They're getting physio every day for at least an hour, and they're doing rehab for an hour.
Whereas
semi-professional, lower grades, and any type of sport are, not getting the same treatment. Good.
I like that.
What have I got? Diet. What you guys chewing on daily? The man himself.
Well, yesterday I had a birthday, bro. So I was, but normally carnivore, man.
Yeah.
Like, you've pushed me onto that yourself, and it's just the easy way to eat. You know what I mean? It's simple. It's effective. You get really good results in terms of like how I feel. I feel fresh daily, and combining that with fasting, it's actually changed the way that I live. You know what I mean? Because in your head you think, I need to eat veggies. I need to have all these snacks during the day. And like I'm telling you right now that you don't.
Just fills you up, I feel. Like, that's all. Nothing special about it, I don't think. Yeah, we don't rave about all the latest and greatest diets and all the effects that it gives you. We're just like, it just fills me up. That's like 90% of my problem. If I'm full, like I'm not going to eat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro.
Plain and simple. So I always fast like breakfast, the intermittent fasting type thing.
Yeah.
Have a black coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like a carnivore type meal, try to at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And then I eat whatever at night. Like I eat
your family
dinner
food.
with my family.
Yeah.
And then like if we're having spag bowl, I'll spag bowl it. I'll have dessert if I need to. So yeah, but I feel like, my calories are sorted because I haven't eaten for the whole day of just eating it all at night. That's a
good way to do things too for yourself.
Yeah.
It works for you, and obviously it could work for other people too.
Yep, 100. You go on?
I got one, bro. This one's a good one, I reckon. The technician, the bro.
Bro, sorry, can I just interrupt you?
Yes.
So, like, little story. So when I podcast, I usually look at the time.
Yeah.
Since I'm not editing it anymore. Shout out to Andy, bro.
Shout out Andy. Let's go.
Bro. We won't make it too long because I used to edit this and editing sucks, bro. And I'm like, 20 minutes podcast is enough because I hate going tink and trying to edit it all. But we've got to edit it now. Yeah, upgrades, bro. So shout out to Andy. He's in Japan. Used to do some stuff with me when I was in Maryland's, and lucky with technology these days, bro, I just upload it after here. He sends it back, and
that's cracker, bro.
So all the episodes that are getting edited is by my man
Andy.
By the man
Andy. Yo,
we roll now.
That's mad, bro.
Sorry.
Like, that's funny. That's funny.
He's going to be cracking all up at editing. He's like, I got a shout out. Shout out Andy, bro. Love you.
All right, next question, bro. Fuck, that's funny, man. How can we help young athletes who lose their identity after sport?
Ooh, hitting the heartstrings here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had trouble with it myself. And he's saying young athletes. I reckon I was still young at 28 when I finished up. Yeah, you sort of just, this is real tough. So yeah, you are in such a system, depending how long you played footy and what systems you go in. But yeah, your week is nearly organised already. Tuesday, Thursday training, play Saturday, and then that stops, and then you're like, oh, okay.
What now?
Yeah, what now? I think you have to find something cooler than what footy was.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, fucking oath.
You have to find something cooler.
Have to, bro.
Better than footy.
Yeah, fuck.
That's the best answer.
That's a good answer, bro.
Yeah.
Because now that I've found this straight up with you, bro, like, and I've had this is experience after footy, even diving into the fitness industry, there was still that void that I felt like I had to fill. and then finding something like this, I feel like it's so fucking cooler than footy. And I can feel myself, like I'm still doing footy right now, bro. And I can feel myself, I'm like, oh, this is like a good combination of two things. But now I'm like, fuck, I actually really enjoy doing this stuff rather than the footy side of things. You know, the rollover is real. The identity is like, oh, there's more to life than footy. I actually enjoy doing something else rather than just footy. And like you said, man, you're stuck in that system for 12 years. Everything gets done for you. You get handed a piece of paper that says what you do for a schedule, and then you do that for 48 weeks of the year for 12 years. So you identify yourself, you know, being told what to do. And then as soon as you leave footy, it just fucking changes. You are in control of what you do. So I think that's a fucking cool answer, bro. Identifying something cooler than footy.
And there's stuff out there.
There is,
and
bro.
there's even more stuff with all internet, technology. It's so easier to start different things. Like you look at, so iStud, YKTR.
Yeah.
Jordan Kahu's he does the photography, does the vlogging and all that. He's into that. There must be another few other clothing brands.
Yeah.
You can do all that
There's
stuff.
heaps,
like,
bro.
There's so much stuff that you can do. You can become a trainer. You can do it online. You can run seminars. You can, do the breathing retreats. Frankie Winterstein.
Yeah, bro.
He's gone deep into like the spiritual side.
Yep.
So there's heaps of cool things, and I bet you all those guys are like, bro, I like this better than
100%, bro. Like if we had it'd be cool to have a conversation with them and just see what they actually thought about that, because that's a really big question. And I think there's still a large percentage of players. It's pretty loud playing anymore, bro. Yeah. There's a large percentage of players that leave the game, and it's obviously why he's asking, and they do get lost. And I think you don't have to actually think of it. That cooler thing doesn't have to be a job. It could be like a hobby that you do outside of your job that you just really, really fucking enjoy. It could be surfing, could be, going to meditation retreats. It could be fucking cooking, man. It's just like being able and willing to be curious and explore different options.
I think you got to take a few years to try it. Like, don't beat yourself up. Okay, I need to find it.
Something straight away.
Yeah, you're trying to find it straight away. Bro, it could take 5 years. It took me, 2017? A good 5+ years.
Yeah.
Like, I went through everything.
Yeah, like it'd be interesting to figure out how we could speed up that process too, bro. For these young guys, because you don't really want to be stuck in the mud for 4 or 5 years, and we do understand that. It has taken, it's taken Troy however long he's done his, and me, the same amount of time. But to answer your question, I think, it's understanding first that you do identify as a footy player, as an athlete, or whatever sport you're playing. And it's going to take some time to get over it as well, or not even get over it, bro. Just to be able to switch the brain, and then finding something cooler that's just going to feed the fucking fire as well. Fuck, that's a good answer, bro. I like that.
100%. You got to find something cooler than footy. And
yep.
There's heaps of stuff out there, so you just got to keep searching, keep trying, and doing all those things. Like it's not going to just come to you straight away. You can just be good at different things. You might be just, you might go to the mines, and you might just really love working in the mines, bro, and getting a good paycheck, and you got a house, you got everything. There's
they get good money over there, bro. I was talking to Josh about it. This is left field, and he told me this amount, and I was like, holy fucking hell, bro, that's some good money, bro.
Yeah,
that's just money, but
so that's one option, but
there's heaps of options out there. That's the point.
Exactly, bro.
I'll tell you what, bro. I'd rather be doing this than working in the mines, but.
Hard. Those long hours. I got heaps of fly in, fly out.
Fly out, say, bro. Fuck.
Okay, I got another one here. What have you studied to get to where you are? Love your work.
Footy.
Yeah.
Footy was where I learned most of my things, and then
10-year bachelor degree of life. Bachelor of footy and life.
Fuck, like I do get hammered sometimes for the stuff that I project, or the way that I push things on social media, and people are like, fuck, are you even an expert? And I fucking feel like I am, bro. I've gone through 3 ACL knees. That's the studying that I've done during my career and even after. And then at the same time, like, I've learnt most of my stuff off yourself as well, and you're a bit of a leader in that game. So, in terms of studying, that's how I roll. I'd rather learn off someone that knows this shit. And I'm still willing to have conversations with guys that know more than me. And I'm still willing to learn daily.
Yeah, I don't think you need degrees all the time. Like, you don't need a sports science, you don't need to be a physio. But when you come across and present your information, you can't present it from a position of authority.
Yeah.
You can't say, this is the way you should do things. You just say, as a coach, say you're a PT or whatever, this is what I've done with my clients, and this is what has worked for me. Yep. And that changes the whole
dynamic
wording.
of it.
And as soon as 100%. You do that, you can, those sports science guys can do that. The physios can do that. The chiros, the doctors can present their information because they do have that education behind them. And all we're doing is, okay, this is our view of things. It can be the same. It can be opposite. But we're just presenting what from our perspective. And I think that point of view is good to come from as well. Like, we're not saying we've got the best stuff either. We're saying we'll just have a try of this. That's all we're asking.
Have a dig at it, bro.
Yeah. And we'll hold you accountable because
consistency. Then you look at someone like yourself, bro, and I've seen your results page. Your fucking results page kills it, bro. You've got fucking countless amounts of people. Fuck, man. Like, you can't help but look at that and be like, holy shit.
Yeah, because I think I do the system side real well. There's the coaching of all the exercise. Like I said on that post, exercises are free. Everything I do is on YouTube. Everything you do is on YouTube. It's all free. But all I do is put it all together, present it, and make sure you do it.
Yeah.
And I put that system in place, and it's and all the devil's in the detail with programming and online coaching. You have to present information for them. You have to make it easy enough for them to do them, clear enough for them to do them. And and that's, like I said, I've had over 1,500 people go through, and it's been fine tuning. Yeah. Like, from the first person to the, 1,500th person, there's many little differences that have just perfected that system.
So basically what I'm hearing from you too is, like, from the get-go, you could be one of the first guys that signed on with you back in the days, and you could come on now and get a whole different experience.
Or just the little things really make a lot, like check-ins. And when I first started, I just there's too much coming in. What do I do? Didn't even know what to do. But now I know photos are super important.
Yep.
Little check-ins are important. All those little things are just, tie in, and it makes everything.
Yeah, mad.
Kill it.
I think we've gone left field from the question, but fuck.
What was the question?
The question is, like,
what have you studied?
Yeah. So, like, what I'm hearing from you is just experience.
Just PT stuff, that's all we're doing. Training, mentorships, just more experience style, which is one way to do it. I think if you do it that way, my way, just don't go too overboard on, this is the best knee exercise ever. I've probably said that, actually. So if people get it wrong, what are you going to do? The firing squad's going to come from out and give a fuck. Can't cancel me. Yeah, so that's one good thing about doing your own thing. You can't get cancelled. Unless YouTube or Instagram, TikTok, they want to cancel me directly. But I'm not that controversial that anything like that will happen.
100%.
But who's you or me?
I think
I've got a good one. Some of the worst training methods you've seen at footy clubs.
Worst training methods? Yeah. I think just flogging, bro. There's no point in flogging. Like, I understand to a context. Like, all right, I'll give you an example. One of the bros came over to my house, and his knees been fucking... No, not his knees. Hammy's been playing up. And he plays for an A-grade side. This isn't, not even professional. So I'm taking everything in context here. But got to a Tuesday, and I just looked at one of his sessions that his fucking captain coach wrote up, and I was just like, bro, fuck, that would be sore, bro. You're just getting flogged.
Yeah.
How do you go out into the game and enjoy it on the weekend if you're just getting flogged? And I think that same mentality does get passed over into the professional realm. I reckon there's still a large amount of strength and conditioning coaches that do things that's just unnecessary. It's just too much. That's my thoughts anyway.
Yeah, just getting flogged too much during the season. No periodization to your flogging. No real reason to do it. It's just because no reason. There's no reason to get smashed all the time, but there are some reasons. Like, it does develop some mental toughness within the boys, bit of camaraderie as well. So there's we're not totally against getting flogged all the time, but it's just got to be for a reason. And most of the times at training, there's no reason. It's just you lost.
Yeah, it's like there's no
A grade,
yeah,
it's
bro.
worse. NRL, it sort of gets better.
Yeah,
And just because, you know, it's New South Wales Cup or NRL doesn't mean it's any better.
it doesn't. Yeah, bro. Like the same level of intention. The intention's everywhere. You know, when you go down to the gym and you watch everyone training at Anytime Fitness, you can tell which guys are the good trainers and which guys aren't, just by the intention that they have into the workout. That same intention that you can have in A grade or even park footy, like with the kids, can be carried on into you know, professional. But at the same time, if you've got a fucking coach that just tells you to do dumb shit during the season, after the season, for pre-season, then fuck, I just think it's fucking pointless.
Hard.
Comes down to good coaching and, you know, good leadership within the team as well.
Yep.
Last question.
Yep,
Right.
you got it, bro.
Changes you've had. This is a good one for you, bro. Changes you've had to make becoming more of a mentor.
Ooh,
Uncle Sid asked this question, so
changes. That's tough. I think just you have to be careful of what you tell people that you actually back it up. So I can't tell people to train if I'm not training myself. I feel like as a coach you can get away with it. I don't like listening to coaches or mentors.
I don't live the shit.
Yeah, you don't live it, bro. Like even financial guys, I get a lot of people on Instagram messaging me like, hey bro, I can take you to the next level of your thing. I go, how much do you make? And they go, blah, blah. I go, I'll make more than you, bro. I'll be your mentor. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah, I hear you.
yeah, so if I'm a weight loss coach, I want to be thin. If I'm a strength coach, I want to be strong. I want to go to those people. I think that's super important. I know there are coaches that are super good, but they've got a bit of experience somehow that they can, you know, get it through, or their leadership qualities in themselves are super good. That they can, yeah, I think one of the best tennis coaches in history he never played tennis. So there's all those types of options, but
at the end,
generally,
generally at the same time, like it's still results based, right? Like, you know, I look at you and see all the results that you've made, and I'm like, fuck, well, I'd listen to that guy. You know, I think that's the difference between someone that's a good mentor and someone that's a bad one, because you're always pointing someone in the right direction. You know, you could still be a little bit heavy and be a weight loss coach, but if I looked at all the results that you did, I'd be like, oh, fuck, well, I'm still going to listen to this guy, right? But in the social realm, I think there's a lot of us that just say that we're going to do something, and I was one of those people too. I never fucking backed it up, it's disappointing and disheartening, because that's the way that the world rotates at the moment. And I always remember this, bro, working at the first place, you know, fake it till you make it. And it fucking always ticked me off. I'm like, bro, like, what do I have to fake shit? What do I have to I think the words of that can get twisted, but I understood where he was coming from. You know, it's, you know, being able to back up what you're going to say and how you're going to say it, you know, no matter how much backup you don't have. You know, because I was saying things about the fitness, you know, I was working at F45. Hey guys, let's go and fucking do this. And I never did any of the stuff that they did ever. That's why it bothered me so much. But now that I'm sitting here with you, fake it till you make it, I understand that a little bit more. You can't do that shit. You got to be real about what you say, and hopefully people will listen to you, and it's their choice or not.
Yeah, back your shit up.
Back your shit up.
That's
One more thing. I think I'd mentioned the mentoring thing, what I've learned from you, because I remember when we went to North Maldives over in New Zealand, bro, and it's the first time that I saw you not be one of the players, you're one of the coaches. I think it's understanding that too. It's understanding that you can't be in it. I just finished playing footy on the weekend, bro, and I realised I can't be in the game anymore to help people. You know, me being injured, and like I've been in the wars for the last two to 3 days, and I felt sorry for myself, and that's why. That's the difference between someone that thinks that they're still in it, which is where Anthony's mindset was, and where I need to be, which is, you know, coaching, mentoring, and helping people.
Yep.
And I think that's the difference that I've actually noticed.
Beauty. Shot, bro.
Thank you, my brother.
Done.
Good sesh.
Yeah, they call me a savage. how I'm putting in work. I hustle and grind, I put in the time, get what I deserve. Savage.